right, let's talk about stress. We're all feeling it, but today we're not going to talk about trying to avoid it. Instead, we're going to give you a smart, actionable plan to actually master it. And the secret? It's all about understanding your body's ancient survival programming. So let's get into it. So let's just start with a big, kind of provocative question. We spend so much time and energy trying to build this perfect, calm, stress-free life, right? But what if that constant chase, that pressure to get rid of every little thing that bugs us, what if that's the thing that's actually making us more stressed? That's the big idea we're going to break down today. Here's the game plan. First, we're going to completely flip our mindset about stress. Then I'll introduce you to the bear in your inbox. This is key to understanding what's going on in your body. From there, we'll build a two-part solution, a daily defense plan and an in-the-moment escape plan. And we'll wrap up with two ultimate recovery tools that are absolute game changers. First things first. Let's get one thing straight. A totally stress-free life is a fantasy. It's just not realistic. So the goal isn't to live without stress. It's to become stress prepared. It's about knowing stress is going to show up and having a rock-solid plan for when it does. This right here shows you the huge shift in power. That old mindset on the left, it's all about defense, trying to dodge every little thing. It's exhausting and honestly, it usually fails. But the new mindset on the right, that's proactive. That's you saying, okay, world, I know you've got stressors, but I've got tools. That switch alone is incredibly empowering. So why does a rude email make your heart pound like you're being chased? Well, the answer is kind of funny, and it's this. Your body literally thinks that email is a bear. Seriously. Let's break down how your ancient programming just doesn't get modern life. Okay, so check out this mismatch. For thousands of years, a threat was a physical thing, like a bear. Your body would flood you with energy, that's glucose, so your muscles had fuel to run away. Made perfect sense. But today, the threat is an email. It's psychological. The hormonal reaction is exactly the same, but what's your action? You just sit there. All that jet fuel has absolutely nowhere to go. So this is the invisible chain reaction that happens inside you every single time that email hits your inbox. Boom. Step one. Instantly, your stress hormone, cortisol, surges. That tells your body to dump a ton of sugar, glucose, into your blood for energy. Then your pancreas releases insulin to try and manage all that sugar. This whole cascade happens in seconds without you even thinking about it. All right, now that we see the problem really clearly, let's start building the solution. Part one is what we call the daily defense plan. This is all about what you can do every single day to make your body more resilient before the stress even hits. The cornerstone of this whole plan is so simple. Just 20 minutes a day. That's it. 20 minutes dedicated to consciously bringing your cortisol levels down. This isn't about blowing off your responsibilities. It's about scheduling a non-negotiable appointment with yourself to tell your body, hey, we're not being chased by a bear right now. You can chill out. And the best part? Look at this menu of options. They're all free. They're all accessible. You don't need to buy anything. One day it might be a walk. The next day, you just dump all your worries into a journal. And look at those last two. Simply saying no to something new or asking for help. Those are powerful ways to lower your stress. Pick one a day. That's all it takes. Now for part two of our plan. What do you do when you're in the thick of it? That awful email has landed. Your heart's racing. Your stomach is in knots. This is your in-the-moment escape plan. These are the tools for when stress is happening right now. So, what's the goal? It's simple. We have to go back to the bear. Your body has just given you a shot of high-octane fuel, so you need to honor that ancient programming and use the fuel. You have to complete the stress cycle. You have to, metaphorically, run from the bear. Here are two super simple, super effective escape routes. First, just breathe. Box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4 is like a manual override for your nervous system. It tells your body it's safe. Second, you have to move. Get up, walk around the block, do some squats in your office with the door closed. Whatever it is, use your muscles and burn that fuel. Now, in contrast, let's talk about the dead ends, the things we all do that actually make it worse. Reaching for a bowl of cereal or some cookies, you're just pouring more sugar on top of the sugar that's already flooding your system. And that thought, I deserve a glass of wine, well, it might feel good for a second, but alcohol increases inflammation, making it even harder for your body to recover. These aren't solutions. They're stress multipliers. Finally, let's talk about the foundation, the two things that support everything else we've discussed. These are the long-term game changers that will fundamentally rewire your body to be better at handling, well, everything. And they are sleep and strength. Sleep isn't just about resting. It's an active repair job. During the day, cortisol, our stressor hormone, is running high. It's inflammatory. But at night, it's opposite. Melatonin comes out to play. Think of melatonin as your body's overnight cleanup crew. It's anti-inflammatory, and its job is to repair all the damage caused by the day's stress. So when you cut your sleep short, you're literally sending the cleanup crew home before the job is finished. Getting a full 8 hours lets your body actually finish the work, lowering glucose, lowering insulin, and reducing inflammation. It means you start the next day from a strong, resilient place, not from a deficit. And now for our second game changer, building strength. This quote from Dr. Natalie Crawford explains why this is so amazing. Normally, insulin has to act like a salesman, knocking on your cell's doors, trying to get them to take in glucose. But skeletal muscle, well, it has its own key. It can just unlock the door and let the glucose pour in. No insulin required. This is why strength training is so incredibly powerful for managing stress. It lowers inflammation, it helps with insulin resistance, and maybe most importantly, by building more muscle, you're building a much bigger sink to soak up all that stress-induced sugar. Just aiming for some kind of resistance training 3 times a week can change your entire physiology.
So, it all comes down to this. Your body is running a program, a script for stress that is thousands and thousands of years old. You can't rewrite that ancient script, but what you can do starting today is change the stage directions. You can give your body the movement, the rest, and the strength it needs to play its ancient part in this crazy modern world. The only question left is, will you?